Hello everyone. Several of you have requested to learn how to merge fields into a document. The good news is that Word really can do this, and of course the bad news is it's going to do it a little differently from the way you're used to. So once we get over that shock, we can figure out how to work this. I'm recording the first part of this because we're going to need to take a couple of your WordPerfect documents and change them such that we can make this work in Word. I want to thank Justin Hertzler. He provided a couple of sample documents, single data source file and a form file. And so what we need to do is convert these, and then once we do this, we'll be able to merge, and it's really not that different from the way you do it in WordPerfect. First thing we're going to tackle is your data source file. When I open up this file, it looks like this, and this is going to work just fine. The only problem is Word needs this to look like a table of 2 rows. The first row would contain all the header information up here, and then the second row would be the actual raw data that you want to merge into a document. Now, I've got a free copy of an older version of WordPerfect here, and even in the older versions, we were able to do this. Step number 1 is to select all the data. Step number 2 is to come to the table menu and find Convert. When you first come into this dialog box, it typically says 1. If you've done it more than once, it remembers the choices that it kind of adjustments that it made in here. So don't worry about the number of columns. I didn't change anything with the format. The only thing you must do is to select the fact that this is a merged data file. And once you do that, you click on OK. You may be prompted to download a converter the first time you do this. Now, the converter is free. It comes from WordPerfect. It takes 30 seconds to install. And what it does is it puts it in the format that we need, which is a table with 2 rows. And it doesn't do anything pretty, but you must download the converter in order to get this to work pretty easily. It only takes a little bit. Now, the first row is all of the field names. The second row is the actual data. You can widen out these columns if you wish, but you really don't have to. This is all that the machine needs. Once you've done this, we're going to save this as a Word document. So I'm going to come up to the File menu. I'm going to choose Save As. And underneath File Type at the bottom of the dialog box, I'm going to choose something about Word. I think it's MS Word in here. Yep. And it's going to be Word 2007 to 2016. If you don't have that option, try to get something that's Word as close to what you're working with. It doesn't have to be identical. So I'm using Word 365, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to make sure I'm saving it to the desktop for this demo. Here comes the conversion that I was talking about. Again, it's free and it doesn't take much time. You're going to need this in order to convert these easily. Otherwise, you'd have to convert these into tables. You'll have to do this for every data form combination that you're working with. And we're done. I can see that it's a lone data single docx. So I'm going to close this file. And here comes my demo version. Don't worry about this. And I'm just going to drag this over here so that you can see that now we have we've got the original version, and now we've got the modified version. And I'm going to stop this video at this point. I'll do the other one as a video as well, but we'll just keep these as separate videos.